Fuck.
Gentlemen, seen your midterm grades yet?
Oh, they're not posted yet, sir.
Don't laugh! 2 C's, 2 D's, and an F.
You come in here dressed like a hobo. It's distracting.
I know you're working.
Mr. Blutarski. 0.0.
Get 3 coffins ready.
Huh? This is gonna be tough.
Relax, dude.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Steel Sanctuary Podcast. I'm your host, David Barrow from SteelSanctuary.com. We got a fun show for you today. I got Dave, Bob, and Trent with me. Forgot to tell you guys that. We got a fun show for you guys. We're going to compare coaching staffs from last year. We're going to save 4 Steelers as if there was an expansion draft. Pick 4 players that we think we're going to save, and a couple other things. Let's start out with the Ben Roethlisberger stuff from yesterday. I know we went over this a little bit, but for those of you who didn't watch yesterday, it's Family Feud in Pittsburgh right now. Some people are taking Ben's side. Some people are taking not Ben's side. Well, like I said last night, this doesn't surprise me at all. If you're a Steelers fan and any of this surprises you, I don't know where you've been. You haven't been paying attention. Right? I mean,
it's been well known.
Yeah, he's been a dick for years. I mean,
yeah, we knew he was kind of had that in him. So
you come in, you win a Super Bowl your second year, you make a bunch of money, you're a dick. It's just kind of the way it is. You know what I mean? You're 15-1, you win a Super Bowl. You didn't do shit to get the Super Bowl ring the first time. You know what I mean? Like, you can be a little bit of a dick sometimes.
That Seattle one was rough.
Quarterback position can just be a dick in general. I mean, like, it's just. And how many of the guys that are like the ultimate competitive guys are just dickheads anyway? I mean, you think about some of the great people like in sports. You don't hear a lot of warm and fuzzies like Kobe, Michael. Yeah. I mean, Tyson. Do you ever want to be? I know it's a solitary sport, but like Tyson, did you want to be in his corner? Like, I mean, that dude was a dick from start to finish. He literally wanted to kill people in the ring.
It's a mindset.
It's just the way those guys are built. And like, I think if you ask, I mean, even if you think about Tom Brady, who liked Tom Brady? Bring him up. New England, like those players, you had to get to know him to like him because he was hard on everybody. So I think it's just, if you want to be a great player of any sport, you have to have that side.
The ego that gets, and sometimes it gets a little out of control, but
yeah, fuck Tom Brady though. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like,
Dave's not having it.
Sorry, you had me till Tom Brady. Nah, that guy's a dickhead. Sorry.
Well, there are a lot of people who played with Brady who all say, well, I mean, he knew your name, he knew who you was, he wasn't standoffish in the locker room. Just like we learned this year, all the bullshit around Aaron Rodgers for the last few years has all been bullshit. All his teammates love him. The Pittsburgh media really liked him. I mean, because he would just stand out there and talk and answer questions.
Yeah, you definitely got a different feel from Aaron, having been around the whole year. I didn't buy any of that to begin with, really. I think that was a lot of our liberal friends didn't like Aaron Rodgers too much, and that kind of got out of control.
No.
I know it's hard to believe, but yeah. But going back to Ben, I mean, he's got enough people on his side and got his back that kind of evens it out, and just it is what it is. I mean, something X had a good time with for about 24 hours, but
yeah, Caboli was on this afternoon saying, "Look, if you're an offensive guy, you liked Ben and pretty much would stick up for him, and a lot of the defensive guys didn't. They respected him, but they didn't necessarily like him."
Isn't that kind of natural, though, too? Like, I just think that's kind of natural, too, to have.
Seemed like for this team it was even more so, though, right? Like Ryan Clark and Antonio Brown didn't stand each other, and all the stories about that, too. You know, it just seemed like there was definitely a division on this team.
Yeah.
I don't think, and I honestly, I don't think that, if you get into the situation where, hey, I don't like this quarterback, if you're winning, you shut up. But you compare this to some of the other drama that goes on. Look at Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. Yeah. They don't just hate him. They trash him
Yeah,
every chance they get.
He was an extreme case of ego unchecked. Man, he got really out of control in Seattle.
Yeah, Al Anapralo's got a good point. But he was popular amongst his teammates as a player. The disconnect was when he skipped the Chiefs' funeral. I don't think anybody was cool with that. They didn't love that he was ripping Noel, but when he skipped the Chiefs' funeral, a lot of guys from that team kind of took a step back and said, well, you got to mend some fences, man.
All right. Anything else on this Ben thing? I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
I just think people are way too emotionally connected to these guys. Like, holy fuck. Like, people need to calm down.
Take it easy.
Yeah. Who cares?
Right, look, Colo,
they weren't a dick to you, and they weren't, nice to you, so it doesn't really matter. Did they sign your autograph or not? Who the fuck cares? Like,
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, somebody's been watching too many Bronx Tale clips on TikTok.
What?
that famous scene, Mickey Mantle would never pay my rent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
gotcha now. All right. Something else in the news. We're not going to be able to hear about how bad the Steelers locker room is anymore because the NFL, I guess, went to court, right?
Literally.
To keep the Players Association from publishing the report card that they put out every year. And I'm sure Steelers owner being a lawyer and all didn't have anything to do with this being banned. I'm sure he did not spearhead this whatsoever.
Didn't say a word.
I'm sure Rooney was very neutral on this one.
I was about to say Art finally put that fucking law degree to use.
Right.
Yeah. But, you think about the bottom of the league. Lamar Hunt is at the bottom of the league. I think the Chiefs have done pretty good over the last 10 years. So,
well, when you win a Super Bowl, okay, we'll give you a pass. When you haven't won a Super Bowl in 15 years and you get the worst score on the thing, or the second worst score,
I'm not 100%.
Maybe there's a problem.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure Art can spell Super Bowl.
we might agree on that one, buddy.
When you're one of the only NFL franchises that has to share your stadium with your locker room even with a goddamn college football team. I mean, they're separate. They're in the same building though. Like
right, and that college sucks at everything. So
they're barely a college to begin with.
Exactly.
WVU in the house taking shots.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is a clearly unbiased feeling that I had about them.
The worst part of that whole thing is that they tear up the field before the Steelers can get on the field every fucking week. It's so stupid.
Like, even
it's so dumb.
Just to lose.
Ignoring my biasness, like, it's a stupid idea to have a college team play on that kind of field with that sod and then have a professional football team march out there the next day to play on. Just dumb. Just dumb.
I mean, and the stadium's 25 years old now? Yeah. I mean, when it was brand new. I mean, PNC still looks great, but number
one ballpark in America, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
we're not gonna be able to contain this guy's fucking enthusiasm for the Pirates now.
I did this just.
You can't get here soon enough.
Just for him today.
Bob brought it up. This ain't my fault.
Well, I mean, but Hines is, it was it looks okay, but it's never been. It's always had kind of problems, but they can't. I know they want to stay in that little. Where the rivers meet and all that good stuff. But I don't think you can. I mean, so they're going to have to move. And the question is, do they move Pitt and rebuild and go play at Penn State for a year while they do it? I mean, I don't think renovation is going to do it.
There's talk of them building a whole new stadium. I'm not familiar with the area, obviously, so I don't know where they would do it, but I thought
there was talk of Pitt moving. Like, they're going to put them right at, I don't think it was Oakland. I'm trying to remember where they said they were going to move them to, possibly, once that runs out. And they're just going to renovate, I think.
Oh, I thought they were going to build brand new, the Steelers.
The Rooneys?
They use league money.
I've seen it floated out there, but I didn't see anything concrete about it.
Yeah.
Well, they'll get help from the state, too, obviously. Oh, you hope.
Oh,
anyway.
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and then the question is that even going to pass in Pennsylvania if you're going to throw a stadium issue out there? I mean,
they'd have to make it a lot more fair cut.
We love our football in PA. I think it'll pass.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna want the Steelers to kick in a significant amount too, though.
Yeah, it'll be.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd imagine they do a renovation first. Once you get the pit out of the stadium, they probably do a renovation. Then maybe in 5 or 10 years, they do a new build.
Yeah, I could see something like that.
I would be very much in favor of getting Pitt out of there.
Well,
Absolutely.
contractually, they're bound until 2030. It's just a question of can they get them out early.
Yeah. It makes the whole thing like a Mickey Mouse operation. The field, the sharing of it's just
Pitt.
Mhm.
Exactly. Absolutely.
wow.
Yeah.
The Pirates, they still play baseball. Yeah, they got uniforms and everything. It's great.
Amazing.
We're looking for a 3-game win streak this year, Al. Okay,
Hell yeah, baby.
win one
3 games.
today, win one tomorrow.
Sweep
That's
the team.
called
Let's
a
do
winning
this.
streak.
Sweep
It
the
has
team.
happened before. All right,
All right,
finally major league take of the day.
This episode's all about the coaches, the coaching staff. What are we at? Officially 21. Cora, what's your official count? I'm going to let you
Counting. We're probably not going to talk about the
strength and conditioning now.
the strength.
Leave those things.
I didn't list them for you guys. So, but counting them, they were at 26, while Tomlin's was at 21. They officially
22.
have. Okay, whatever. They're at 4 or 5 more than I'm done counting, Bob. I don't give a fuck. It's 26 to 21 or 26 to 22, depending on who's counting.
Mhm.
So
this,
by my count, they hired 4 or 5 more coaches than what Tomlin had.
This ultra modern, superstar coaching staff that we were all expecting didn't exactly pan out.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Bob ain't gonna let you escape with that.
Yeah,
You guys are promising me pass game coordinators and 30 coaches, and it's going to be so much different. He's got like 3 more coaches than fucking Tomlin had. I mean, let's be honest. We're going to throw chief of staff and head janitor and, secretary, and then maybe they get up to 4 or 5
I'm
more.
sorry.
But,
I recall somebody bitching about the strength and conditioning coaches. So the fact that they changed that out.
they changed it out last year, didn't they?
No.
2 years ago?
2 years.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. So what? I mean,
2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, and they were probably the worst in the NFL. I mean, there's no question how bad they were. They had the fucking quarterback pushing a blocking sled.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. I was like, step one, how do you get hired as a Pittsburgh Steelers strength and conditioning coach? Don't worry, we're not going to make your 43-year-old push a sled up a fucking hill.
I cannot defend that one.
That's bad. Like, wow.
I cannot defend that one.
And he literally gets hurt doing it. Like, who would have thought? Weird.
Not to mention you hired guys who other teams were actually interested in hiring and have had multiple offensive assistant jobs in the NFL. That's a huge upgrade. The fact that your offensive minds now in the stadium are not a collective retard.
Wow.
Did you just want to say
Wow.
the head coaching to last?
Yes, we're going to save the head coaching to last. I guess my job is going to be to...
I'm just asking because it shows...
Yeah, well, the first plot, we're going to go defense first.
It's just a preview.
There you go. My job today is to keep you guys reined in from fucking calling us the Redskins staff.
I think you'll be surprised by me. It's not the bee is here. I hate that fucking bee. God.
All right. Defensive line coach. Kyle Dunbar last year. D'Amato Pecco this year. I'm giving that one to the old coaching staff, boys. I don't know about you.
I am as well. I am giving it to Kyle Dunbar. And the reason why is Pico's really unproven. He hasn't really done anything with any, like... So why is that thing going 90 mile an hour?
I don't know. I can't stop it. There we go.
What the fuck is going on?
I didn't do that. All right, here we go. Technical difficulties. We're back.
Anyways.
Go ahead, Dave.
I'm just saying, what is going on? Is that one of
Tomlin
you two
wants in.
fuckers?
It is.
Yeah, I mean, you're picking Tomlin, so I'm flashing Tomlin up there.
You're going to give me a stroke. What the fuck? Anyways, I can't do this. Like, you got to stop. Anyways, like, look, all I can say is that what has Pico done so far as a coach? He's not really done anything. He's unproven.
He coached a shit team at Colorado.
Yeah, like there's
to
just
get
nothing
ran down their fucking throats by like every team they played against. So I mean,
So looking up Carl Dunbar, players under him, guys like Hayward, Hargrave, Sheldon Richardson, Kevin and Pat Williams in Minnesota. They even had a thing where they called it the Williams Wall during that time frame with them. That was him.
mm-hmm.
So like he's got a long record of doing really well with defensive linemen. So yeah, I like I said, I looked up Pico and I'm like, bro, like you've hardly done anything. So
I mean, other than play the 10th most games of defensive tackle in NFL history.
So if you play a lot of games, that makes you a great coach, Bob.
You know,
It doesn't
the
hurt,
best
but-
defensive line coach we ever had was
We have guys out there that have played a million games and they suck ass. Does that mean they're going to be a great coach?
Joe Green was the best defensive line coach we ever had.
A
He was a
70s
pretty
guy.
good
Shocker.
player too.
But yeah, I it doesn't mean anything to me. What it means to me is what you've done as a coach, and right now he's done nothing at the pro level to really impress me. But
So are you taking Pecco?
Dunbar's done. What's that?
I'm sorry. I was asking Bob if he's taking Pecco.
I'm calling.
I thought you were
this
done.
one-
I'm sorry, Dave. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm calling this one a draw. Yeah. First of all, I mean, a guy who played the position for that long and was a very, very high level player for that long.
He was a good player for them.
I mean, yeah, I think he knows how to play the position. It'll remain to be seen how well he turns it over. Look, Dunbar is kind of like Tomlin in a way that a long time ago he was really good, and he's been okay. But are we giving him praise all of a sudden because we've done nothing but rip Keanu Benton? Cam Hayward, okay. Did he really do anything with Cam Hayward?
Yeah,
Did he really do anything with Cam Hayward?
I'm going to put him in the Hall of Fame. How much more do you want him to do? Jesus,
He didn't
Bob.
coach him his whole career. He got Cam Hayward halfway through.
True. That is true.
Cam
But
Hayward's
so far
best football has been
under him. Yeah, that's the only thing, Bob. Like he's played really good football.
And your guy Harmon had a pretty good rookie season, and you love him.
But, to me, the key one is Hargrave.
Hargrave
under him.
I think
Hargrave
you can make an argument about Keanu Benton too. Keanu Benton has progressively gotten better playing out of position.
Yeah.
Under
Javon Hargrave played his best football away from Pittsburgh.
Oh, I don't think so. His last season or two in Pittsburgh was really good.
His last season, Pittsburgh was really good.
Maybe take a look at the rest of his career with all those All Pros and Super Bowl.
No, he went on to keep getting good. Yeah, I get it, but like he did really good his last year in Pittsburgh. That's what got him paid. But like I said, I mentioned other guys too, like Sheldon Richardson, Kevin and Pat Williams from Minnesota at the time when he was with them. He's done it for a while with these guys.
When did Sheldon Richardson?
I looked this up, man. They talked about all these players have developed under Dunbar.
When did he coach Sheldon Richardson?
I'd have to look. I have to go back and read it. I'm just telling you what it says.
Let me look that up here.
Well, while he's looking it up, Trent, who are you taking?
Let me just say this. I think Carl Dunbar has a proven track record of coaching guys who have played well on a defensive line. I mean, you can't argue that.
No, Stephon Tuitt's another one.
He's not even had some guys in the most. Everybody's going to knock him for the recent memory. How many of those guys were drafted before the 4th round? I mean, you had Keanu Benton in the 3rd, who's playing out of position. If you move that dude to the 3 tech, he's a much different player.
Yeah, I agree.
You had Harmon, who showed a lot of progress in his rookie season. I get he's a first-round guy, but he's your big guy that you really judge a coach on as the high talent guy. Can they produce? He got better as the season went on, and he got injured.
Okay, I have it.
Good.
I have it. Sheldon Richardson and Muhammad Wilkerson developed during his first stint with the Jets, with Richardson winning AP Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2013.
There you go.
I think. Look, can Pecco be a good coach?
I'll give him credit
Maybe.
for Richardson. He got him as a rookie. He made him Rookie of the Year.
So,
but he joined the Steelers in 18. We haven't had a dominant defensive line in the last 6-7 years. You know, the Minnesota stuff, I'll give him credit for. That line was dominant back then.
Yeah. I mean,
Again,
I don't think
how many of these guys are high draft picks that he's getting? It's you got Keanu Benton playing out of position. You had But he's out of position, Bob. I mean, you put him into 3-tech, and he's definitely a different player. You look at what he goes
only
against.
the guy coaching him would put him in the right position.
Wow.
He can't make him bigger. He can't make Tomlin move him in the position.
Yeah, I know. He can't overrule
Tomlin's setting the lineup. He's coaching him up to what he's got.
Then hold on, I changed my vote because you're right. Carl Dunbar just a puppet. I go McCarthy.
Hey,
Dominic D'Amato Pecco will not be a puppet.
Hey, they also have listed on here Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, and Quinton Williams because he coached that elite talent group at Alabama.
Damn, that's some real shit. He's a fucking horrible coach.
Don't
worry, D'Amato Pecco had a team.
You know what?
Colorado.
5 years ago, he was a good coach. The last 7 with the Steelers, meh.
Bob,
I don't see.
You got 36-year-old Cam Hayward playing at elite level, so I don't know how you. I don't know.
He's either an elite coach or he can't fucking operate because Mike Tomlin tells him where players play.
You just keep, but here's the thing, man. Like you can't argue that Pecco's better. Like you just
I'm not saying Pecco's better. I'm saying
I don't know how you can even argue there's a draw because there's no
10
experience. He's got none. Like not in my opinion at the pro level.
I mean, other than playing, 200 plus
You can't
games.
say playing is coaching,
Yes,
Bob.
I understand.
It's totally
Bob.
different.
I get what you're saying.
Position
At the same
coach,
time,
it matters that you played the position.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Testaverde played till he was 45. Does that we want him like coaching?
He probably would have been a good
quarterback
coach.
Jesus Christ.
So then why the hell didn't you want Scott Tolzien to be the offensive coordinator? Because he fucking played quarterback.
Tolzien didn't want to come here. That's
I know, but I mean, Bob didn't. He thought we got the better guy who's a tight end coach instead of the guy who played quarterback in the NFL for a long time.
Who's more highly thought of than Tolzien?
No,
he just is.
Did he play?
He's not.
No,
Yes, he is. He was fucking Kevin O'Connell's tight end coach who threw a fit because he was gone. And now all of a sudden we're going to say the guy under Kellen Moore for 1 year is all of a sudden better? No, he's not.
Why did they go to
decided
Tolzien
he
first?
wasn't ready. They went with the guy who they thought was ready.
What the
But
hell?
he was but he was a quarterback in the NFL, Bob.
So
he was a quarterback in the NFL.
That doesn't
keep
have
going.
anything to do with being a coordinator. He's
Let's
a
keep going.
quarterback
We're only on
coach.
defensive
He's a
line.
good
We're going to be here all
quarterback
night.
coach.
I'm not going to
what
bed.
are you talking
I'm
about?
not going to bed till 11.
This was a bad idea.
Don't worry. We'll talk about the offensive line. I've got some thoughts.
All right,
on
vote one is we have a few Carl Dunbars and a draw.
What's the next one,
Bobby?
Bobby?
Draw. It's not a draw.
Denzel Martin versus Sean Howell.
Okay.
I genuinely don't know about this one.
Bob, the people want you drinking.
Corum, go first. You probably did more research than all of us on this.
Well, admittedly, I didn't quite get a chance to look up. CJ, is it Achu? Is also.
IU.
Thank you. Did you say Caillou? Anyways, IU. All right. Anyways, so it's actually him that's the outside linebackers. Sean Howe is part of that, but he's also a part of just being like a quality control guy too. But Denzel Martin, his record as the outside linebackers coach with the Steelers is 30-21-0, making him the second most successful outside linebackers coach in Pittsburgh Steelers history. So that's pretty fucking good.
How long has he been the defensive outside linebacker coach for the Steelers?
From 20, this is 20. The teammate to the playoffs 3 times, 23-25 with him as the coach. I don't have the actual how many years he was their coach, but you've got Herbig. Look what Herbig's done so far.
Yeah, I think just Herbig alone gives him the edge.
To me, I mean, good Lord, look what Jack Sawyer did as the 4th round pick.
That's true too.
Jesus. So like, I don't know. I don't know enough about whatever his name is, CJ Caillou or whatever the fuck you said, Bob.
Yeah.
You said with a K? Oh, IU. Okay.
Yeah.
CJ IU. I don't know much about him to really know, like, so do one of you have more of a
yeah, he's
input about him?
He was the Texas Tech outside linebacker
coach. Okay.
And developed some guy named David Bailey. Look, you got this is the only one that I feel like is a hands down winner for Tomlin. So I'll give it to Tomlin.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you developed Herbig, you developed Alex. Sawyer played pretty well. We don't know what David Bailey's going to be in the pros. The guy is a promising young up-and-coming coach. I mean, young, relatively young. He spent a lot of time in college. He really hasn't done much in the pros. So we'll see. It's not like he was a 10th most games played at edge rusher in his career guy. Then maybe we'd have to have a conversation.
Trent, you got anything on this one?
No, I don't know any extensive stuff about Sean Howell, honestly. Denzel Martin's, I mean, we've seen what he's done. So at this point, it's hard to argue against what he's done. I mean, our edge room has been far from the problem for a long time. And I mean, Alex Highsmith has continued to get better. Herbig looks like a fucking unstoppable force at times on the offensive or against offensive linemen. So across up and down the line, honestly, it doesn't matter where that kid's coming from. So it's hard to argue what he's done.
It is a total of 3 years for Martin with the Steelers.
Okay. I think Martin wins that one. Mike Tomlin, 2-0. What's next?
Well, do we penalize him for TJ Watt's decline?
Yeah, no. Mike Tomlin, 2-0. What's next?
All right.
What happened there?
I don't know.
Hello?
We got a playback coming.
Good times.
All right, secondary coach. Gerald Alexander and Anthony Midget versus Joe Witt and Jason Simmons. For me, Gerald Alexander.
It's not even close. Come on, man. What has Gerald Alexander fucking done?
Did you not watch the secondary last year?
Did you not watch the other two guys who had teams with the most interceptions in the NFL for almost a decade?
Witt was at the Commanders last year, right?
Yeah.
The worst defense in football? Okay, I'm just checking.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did he do when he coached in Green Bay and Dallas under McCarthy? Did Green Bay not lead
you just said
the
yourself,
entire time
the
of his career 176 interceptions during his tenure with Green Bay?
They had 176 interceptions?
Yes. It's not close. It is not close. That's just fucking anti-McCarthy bias to say Gerald Alexander is a pimple on the ass of Joe Witt.
So, Dave, I will counter that with picking Witt and Simmons, and here's why. Alexander and Midget's secondary let Stroud convert almost every single passing third down in that game in the playoffs. Also, the passing defense for us was technically 1 yard worse than the Raiders per game, and that's with their horrible defense and us having the most expensive defense in the fucking NFL. So that is why, at first glance, Dave, I was like, oh, it's Gerald Alexander. I mean, look at JPJ. But then when you look at the overall of what's going on with this team, it's really been a huge letdown. And that's why I chose to go with Witt Simmons, because of the fact of what they were able to do with the really bad Raiders defense. So that's why I went with them. But I get where you're coming from. I do. I get it. But I just, when I look at the overall view of, man, I'll say this. It's close, but I went with Witt Simmons.
Yeah, I think if you look at a head-to-head between Gerald Alexander and Joe Witt, so Alexander is a younger guy, obviously, than Witt is, but he's thought of as a potential defensive coordinator, but has not interviewed for any of those positions. Joe Witt has already been interviewing for those positions, hasn't been chosen for it, but his track record of success has been longer than Gerald Alexander's, and Alexander had a rough couple of years before getting the one good year. And how much of that year was him? How much of that was you got a guy like Jalen Ramsey on the back end who didn't play great at safety, but it was pretty easy to kind of cover up some mistakes. You got honestly, I think it's a pretty fluke year out of James Pierre. I mean, that guy just all of a sudden becomes good out of nowhere. I don't know if that was coaching. Seems like a light bulb flipped on for that kid. You know what I mean? Like Eccles, I'll give Alexander credit for the Eccles turnaround because he was not that player.
So what about JPJ?
JPJ just listen. That
who's ascended every year since he's been here. You don't give Alexander any credit for that?
I will give him credit for that. I will
That's
give
why I
him
say
credit for that.
it's close.
But Witt has put way more secondary guys into a better position than what Alexander has to this point.
I mean, yeah, he's coached longer,
he,
so
didn't he coach Alexander in Green Bay?
I think he
I don't
did
know
actually.
I don't know that.
And
I mean,
bear in mind,
that dude turned into one of the best corners in the NFL for years.
and bear in mind, the Commanders had a lot of injuries, and if you go back just one season, the Commanders were third in pass defense, and that was Joe Witt and Jason Simmons together. That's a pretty good combination.
And the fact we're introducing it as a passing game defensive coordinator, which we've never had, which will be interesting in itself.
Yeah.
Not to mention between them, they have 36 years of NFL coaching experience.
Where did Gerald Alexander end up?
Did he go to the Jets? Is that the one that went to the Jets?
No.
He's working fries at McDonald's.
Alexander? No, he's a
I don't quite think that.
Alexander's going to be a DC probably sooner than later.
Before Joe Witt ever is, because Joe Witt's never.
I will agree with that part. I think Alexander probably ends up being a DC within 3 years.
Yeah, but and
he's with the Minnesota Vikings now.
Yeah, I was gonna say he went to a good team. I couldn't remember who it was though. I knew it wasn't the Jets.
Okay.
That makes sense because of Flores. Familiar with him. That makes sense.
I think Alexander's a good coach overall. I'm taking the guy with a longer track record in this one.
He's the defensive passing game coordinator and backfield coach for the Vikings this year.
Okay.
In case you were curious.
Yeah. He'll be a DC within probably 2 to 3 years.
All right. I lost that one. What's next?
All right, let's go. The defensive passing game coordinator. We have Jason Simmons versus Crickets.
Huh.
Well, I guess that ends that. Next.
There it goes.
Quality control. I don't even. That's too deep.
Okay.
Who cares?
Defensive coordinator.
I did the work for freaking.
All right, go back.
Take it back. Corb's got shit to say.
So I chose Riley and Howe as the other guy because basically the defense underperformed under these guys. And this is the top expensive defense in the league with Brooks and Smith at the helm. So I went with Pat Riley. I did. I get that Howe's unproven, but Riley was an offensive assistant with the Texans in 25 and a linebackers coach with the Jaguars in 24. So did he have a hand in developing Lloyd?
Yep. Who knows?
So
what does a defensive quality control coach do? Do they go get water for the defensive coordinator? What is that job exactly?
Well, why are you whining about extra positions when we've been?
I'm not whining. I'm trying to figure out what the thing is. It's not an extra position.
They go get the water. Like, come on, dude. How are you whining about us having extra positions? Like,
it's not extra. They had one last year. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you're making it out like we added something new and they don't do anything. Like, what the?
Under Mike Tomlin, they were Gophers. Under Mike McCarthy,
I know Mike McCarthy. They're
going and Patrick Graham. They're actually going to do some shit.
All right.
I mean, on top of that, Pat Riley took the Heat to the finals, won a final.
Oh, there you go. You win that one.
Has maybe the greatest quote in just sports history. A professional does what he's supposed to do, whether someone's watching or not.
True story.
Okay. Defensive coordinator, Terrell Austin and the Lance. No, I'm just kidding. I mean,
I was gonna say
Terrell Austin's really serving fries. Now that one you can actually say with some certainty.
Dude, Austin was an utter failure.
Yeah.
Graham somehow outdid him with the Raiders defense. By the way, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but Graham is from the Belichick tree. He was under Belichick from 2009 to 15.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's pretty good.
And I don't want to defend Terrell Austin because I never liked him to begin
with. There's no fucking way.
But to call him a failure is kind of not fair because it was Mike Tomlin's defense. He's just a puppet. He's just out there on the sideline. He's a bad defensive coordinator.
he was a bad defense coordinator when he got hired. I mean, look
I was
back
going
at
to
his
say,
line.
yeah, he wasn't good
go ahead,
before
Trent.
that. No, you're Bob. I was jumping right on board with you on that one because I was going to say the exact same thing. He wasn't good before he got here. He just blitzed a lot.
Yeah,
he had a high blitz rate, but he still sucked as a defensive coordinator.
Wasn't he a guy that stressed turnovers too, and they were pretty good at turnovers in his stint? I'm not trying to.
Yeah,
That poor
I'm not trying
guy.
to-
He just, I don't know.
Same exact story as we
Just-
had. You get a turnover or they score a fucking touchdown. Who cares?
He's just a victim.
Well,
yeah.
But Dave, we've been saying it for 10 years. Now you're going to deny that Mike Tomlin didn't call these defenses? Yeah, let's be serious.
But they make it out like he had an impact in these games and had a say. So, like, which is it?
He did.
So
my vote is he didn't. I don't know.
But I just, again,
I'm not arguing. Graham's better. I'm not arguing that.
Well, not even
I
remotely.
also penalize Austin for sitting there and going, "Yes, Mike, whatever you want, Mike. Oh, yes, Mike, I will do what you want, Master. Yes, yes."
I know, Bob. You never did that with your boss. You didn't do what your boss told you to do ever.
Hey,
Ever.
yeah, you obviously don't know me.
I mean, the other thing about Terrell Austin, how can you allow T.J. Watt, your highest paid defensive player, to get double and triple teamed and chipped 80 more times the next closest fucking guy in the NFL? I mean, even if you're running Tomlin's defense, you've got to do something else to get that guy freed up.
Yeah, agreed.
You just run the same thing over and over again and bash your head against the wall and then can't understand why we're just not that good of a defense. Patrick Graham has done way more with less.
Okay. What's up next?
So definitively,
Yeah, that was never an argument. That was
a
never an
clean
argument.
sweep.
special teams coach.
I'm up and down with Danny Smith, man. I really am.
So, I thought this was easy. I thought it was Danny Smith. But when you go and you look, the Dolphins actually were better than the Steelers in the return game and the punting game and were tied in field goals converted. So I was surprised by this. So actually, Crossman is the upgrade.
This was close.
And I thought Danny Smith was a good special teams coach. But when you look at the stats, you look at everything, it don't lie. So we might have actually upgraded. We'll see, but if anything's an indication, I don't know.
I'm going draw because
I might agree with that one. I think I might go draw too. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah.
Although I do agree with that stat wise. Yeah, it might be an upgrade, but I just really like Danny Smith, and I give him credit.
Yeah, I love Danny Smith. Like I thought he was a good coach, but I was surprised to see that the Dolphins' special teams actually outperformed ours.
There was inconsistencies under Danny Smith. They were up and down.
The coverage was never great. The return game sucked.
Yes.
But he coached Chris Boswell.
Yeah. I don't know. Does he get credit for that?
Yes.
I thought it was pretty even, but listen, how many times did you hear anybody being talked about as a special teams coach? Not very many around the league, right? Danny Smith had that respect across the league.
Yeah, he did.
You couple that with the fucking 14 pieces of gum in his cheek and per quarter.
Cult hero.
You've got to give him the edge. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm giving Danny Smith the edge. I'm picking 0 ties in this thing. I'm giving it to Danny Smith.
But the
Tomlin's winning this.
Hey, the KJ gaff though.
That was bad. That was really, really bad.
Yeah.
Make sure your guy doesn't know.
I half wonder this. I'm curious because we talked about this obviously when it happened. How much of that do you think is a young rookie who was a 3rd-round pick who expected to play way more than he was getting a little bit of a head on his shoulders that was a little bigger than it should have been, and just not putting the time into the special teams game to learn it? Because I'm sorry, I get coaching should be teaching you things, but you need to take a little bit of ownership as a player as well. And you understand your role and what you're doing. You were the fucking kick returner. You should have understood your role, and you should have been studying that playbook or the rules of the special teams game.
Okay, well, hold on. Now you got me leaning back towards Crossman. Because, who was the idiot who decided, hey, we got fast wide receivers and Calvin Austin. Who's going to run back kicks? Let's let the rookie running back do it. Oh, he's hurt. Put in our starting running back to do it. Oh, he doesn't want to do it. Put in our backup running back to do it. Hey, have you ever thought maybe a wide receiver or a corner would be a good return guy? The rest of the league figured that out.
I would love to know the answer to that for real. If Tomlin overruled Danny Smith, or if that was Danny Smith's idea.
I feel like I don't want to give Danny Smith a pass on this, but I feel like it's a very Tomlin earn your stripes thing.
Yeah, I kind of
does it not feel like a Tomlin earn your stripes thing? Mm-hmm. Like you're going to return kicks until you prove that you can do that, and then we're going to give you some carries.
Yep.
And then the Seattle game happens, and he just basically disappeared for the season.
You see this thing from Earth? Every time I touch this thing, it blinks. I don't know what's the matter with it. I'm not touching it anymore. Somebody else pull it.
Oh, yeah.
Whoop. There we go.
It's the coach's job to know which players are mentally challenged and game plan accordingly.
Well, to be fair, they did sit Roman Wilson for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So they figured one of them out.
All right, what's next, Bobby?
All right, quarterbacks coach. Tom Arth versus Tom Arth. I think it's definitively Mike McCarthy. Because he understands what a quarterback coach is actually supposed to do. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, it's a tie. I mean, that was just a fun.
It's the same guy. So, yeah.
Yeah, but he'll get better direction. All right, so I know we're going to argue about this one.
Here we go. I'm just going to say Eddie Faulkner and have at it.
I'm with you, Dave. Eddie Faulkner.
Okay, so the guy who coached Najee Harris is your pick.
To 3,000-yard season.
Dude, yeah, 3,000. Yeah, dude. Like
got the most out of Najee Harris.
That bad.
He was 50th in the NFL in yards per attempt. What are you on Big Pun's burner account here?
Bob, answer a question for me. How many times has Shin Young been a coach for running backs? Ask the question. How many times has Shin Young been a running backs coach? Never.
I don't care.
He has never coached running backs ever. It's been O-line his entire career.
Which means
this one's Eddie Faulkner by a mile, dude.
It's Eddie Faulkner, and it's not even
Faulkner
close.
Sucks.
It's not even close.
Dude, you can't say Faulkner sucks.
He does suck.
You're delusional, Warren. You're fucking delusional with this McCarthy shit. It's ridiculous.
Shin Young is never coached a running back in his entire life.
Terrible. You've got Jalen Warren.
Najee Harris is bad, and you got him to run.
Wait, hold on.
Why 3 times?
What coach did Kenneth Gainwell had the best season of his career under?
Right. This is indefensible.
It's Eddie Faulkner by a mile.
I'm sorry, but Gainwell also had his career highs in carries and receptions.
Maybe it's because
it's not Gainwell by a mile. Okay, it's the fact that he didn't really have any other opportunity. How about we penalize him for the fact that why is he in the offensive coordinators here going, hey, maybe we ought to play our best running back instead of putting a backup out there?
Well,
who's to say the offensive coordinator had a choice because it was Aaron Rodgers who made that decision? We all know that.
So if you think back, we all knew Jalen was better than Najee. We all knew it.
I agree.
But Najee played. We all knew Jalen was the lead back, but they played Gainwell. So I know the running backs coach doesn't actually coach the fucking running backs. He just says whatever. I'm not a fan of this.
He does not choose the personnel in the lineup.
There's just no argument for Shin Young. He's never coached running backs, Bob, ever. I was shocked by it when I looked it up. I went, wait a second. It's always been offensive line. What the fuck?
We have 3 offensive line coaches on the roster.
We have utter failure versus incomplete. So I'm going incomplete.
How can you say utter failure? My God,
dude.
Okay.
You blow my mind with these things sometimes.
Eddie Faulkner, Najee Harris was 50th in the league in yards per attempt.
And 50th. Somehow ran for 1,000 yards 3 years.
Because they handed them the ball. It's 50 yards a game. Who gives a shit about 1,000 yards? 1,000 yards.
A lot of people don't. Anything. They don't achieve it, Bob.
They don't.
A lot of guys don't get 1,000 yards a game, and Najee's so bad, but still managed to achieve.
Are we not giving him any credit for Jalen Warren at this point?
No, not
he was a fucking UDFA.
Good Lord.
Right.
Warren is really good, but he doesn't champion Warren. He doesn't fight to get that kid on the field.
We all know Najee
Sit
Harris
down.
was Tomlin's boy. We all know that. We all know why he started. To make this stuff up
And
now is
then
just
what?
crazy.
Kenneth Gainwell was Arthur Smith's boy.
Yeah. No, Aaron Rodgers' boy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was Aaron Rodgers.
So are you blaming the tight ends coach for not getting fucking Pat Fryermuth on the field more than goddamn Jonnu Smith?
I mean, if I was
We
the
all
tight
know
ends,
who that was.
Yeah, if I was the tight ends coach, I'd be over there going, "Hey, dumbass, can we put the guy who actually can catch the ball in the game?"
Good point, Tortilla Jackson there. I was going to bring up James Conner, too. There's been other running backs that he's coached that have done well here.
You're basing this totally.
James Conner did really well for us.
He did pretty well for us, yeah.
James Conner?
He had his best years in Arizona. There's no denying it. You go look up his stats. In Pittsburgh, he was okay. In Arizona,
he was also
really
time
good.
with Le'Veon Bell.
We thought so much of James Conner, that we let him fucking walk.
That was a mistake because he went on
to pick a first-round running back from Alabama who was racking up
His
everything
last
in
year
college.
with the Steelers, he went off and then got hurt, if I remember correctly, or he'd have had an even bigger season. So,
yeah, but but you look, his actual big years were all in Arizona.
Yeah, because he was the number one guy. He was never the number one guy yet because of Le'Veon Bell.
No, fuck me. The job of a coach is to understand who my best guys are, and that's who I'm going to put out there.
He was never better than James.
Now we're playing Bell. James Conner over fucking Le'Veon Bell, Bob.
I don't
James
know where
Conner and Le'Veon Bell didn't play together.
Of course they did.
He held out, and Conner took over that year.
They were on the same year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they were on the same roster, but that was the year Bell held out.
James Conner has been on the team since 2017.
Yes.
Started with the Steelers in 2017. When did Le'Veon Bell leave in 19?
Yeah, but he held out.
So they split carries at least
year.
the first year. Anyway, let's
right.
go to the next one.
All right. Hold on, Bob. Hold on. Ready?
Nope.
Le'Veon Bell, or I'm sorry, James Conner. Jesus Christ, now you got me saying Le'Veon Bell. James Conner has had 2 1,000-yard seasons. They were both with Arizona. He had 973 with the Steelers. Okay. He had 2 700-yard seasons, three 700-yard seasons. He's had the other season with Arizona was another 700-yard season. And a fucking 95-yard season when he got hurt in 3 games.
Yeah,
he had 2 good seasons in Arizona.
You give Faulkner credit for it.
He had 2 good seasons in Arizona. He had one season with Pittsburgh that was equal.
Eddie Faulkner, you guys are watching it through a fucking Mike Tomlin lens. He's not a good coach. He's not. Yeah. Go back and look at our running backs. We haven't been able to run the fucking ball. But our running backs coach is good.
Warren literally said they needed to keep Faulkner. He was vocal about them keeping Faulkner. Did you hear anybody fucking saying other coaches needed to stay? No. But they were saying Faulkner needed to stay.
Yeah, because he lets him get away whatever he wants. He probably gets to skip out on practice.
Let's move on to the next one. This is crazy that we're
He's not their champion, but he lets them get away with murder. Got it.
Let's go on to the next one.
I mean, you guys sit here and act like, oh, Mike Tomlin was a fucking great shot. All we've done for 2 years is kill him for his staff. And you're acting like these guys are the superstars.
Yeah, Bob.
This is he had a couple good. You can't say he didn't have any good coaches, dude. You can't say
he didn't. He didn't. That's what we've been saying for 2 years.
He's so in love with McCarthy, boy. I can't even believe it.
It's not a matter of in love with McCarthy. It's a matter of these guys suck. We know they suck. We've been saying this for 2 years.
We did. It's up on the screen. We just got to read it.
Go ahead and tell me how Zach Azani is fucking better than this guy.
No, you won't get that from me. No.
The bottom line is you're so biased against the new stuff when the stuff we've had is fucking miserable for the last 3 or 4 years. Your hope got sucked out by Mike Tomlin and his fucking bullshit coaching staff, and you're acting like these guys are fucking Lombardi.
You're off the reservation. Look, I don't even what the hell to say to you right now. You're off the fucking reservation right now. You're talking
Yeah,
about
because I'm not
one
gonna
guy who's
sit-
never
I-
coached
I'm
the
not gonna
position
sit by and
versus the
act
guy who's
like
coached
these
Pro
guys are the
Bowlers.
fucking
And you're
Lombardis
gonna have
of
the mental breakdown
NFL.
over it. I don't understand, Bob.
Yeah,
One guy's never coached the position. The other guy's coached Pro Bowlers, and you're having a freaking meltdown over it. Like, I can't even believe we're having this argument. It's so
Shedeur Sanders
ridiculous.
is a Pro Bowler. Then fucking the Cleveland quarterback
So
coach,
I
the greatest
can't
quarterback coach in the
reason with you
history
right
of the NFL.
I can't even reason with you right now. You're being ridiculous.
It's
So-
yeah. It's not a matter
Jesus
of
Christ.
reasoning. It's a matter of
Anywho,
No,
Hey.
it's over. It's done.
Hey.
We're moving on to wide receiver coach now.
back on the rails. Corp, I know you've done some
moly.
extensive research. You haven't talked in about 45 minutes, so if you don't mind,
So-
could you give us a little insight into these coaches here, please?
So I personally went with Adam Henry. I picked him as an upgrade because I feel like Azani failed with Roman Wilson. He couldn't reach Pickens. And then when you look at some of the guys that have been developed under the new guy, they got Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, CeeDee Lamb, Stephon Diggs. Yeah, that's some names that sound pretty good to me. So I went with Adam Henry. I think it's an upgrade.
Yeah, Zach Azani
Azani was
a fit.
supposed to be this
Yeah.
like
disciplinarian.
disciplinarian that's
Yeah.
going to fix George Pickens, and he didn't fix jack shit. In fact, Pickens still did all that stupid shit, and it just didn't work. In fact, I
Arguably got
think
worse.
during training camp there were issues. Yeah, I was going to say, wasn't there like issues?
Yeah,
So it
I
just
would
it
say you
didn't
got
work.
worse.
And Roman Wilson just Jesus Christ, I don't even know what to say about that one. So yeah, I think we upgraded here with Adam Henry. When I hear some of those players, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this one's a pretty easy one.
yeah, for sure. Bob?
Bob,
Bobby.
It's not
you're
even-
quiet there. You're going to take
It's
Azani on
not
us?
even remotely close. I mean, Adam Henry coached CeeDee Lamb to his first 1,000-yard season. What he did in Buffalo with those fucking schlubs is a miracle. I mean,
Was
yeah.
it CeeDee's rookie year with him? I
Yeah,
forget.
I think so.
Okay.
All right. We all took. I can't do Pat Meyer.
Just
I can't do Pat Meyer.
Yeah.
I can't do Pat Meyer. That's an easy.
There's
Does
no-
anybody
there's
want
no-
to
there's
defend
no
that
chance.
fucking waste of space?
there's no chance fucking Pat Meyer is going to be the guy.
He got hired again. He got hired by
Quick.
the
Yeah.
Bills.
Like that.
I don't understand.
So
man.
real quick, Campen has 20 years of O-line experience.
That's an upgrade.
Then you
That's
grab
an
the Hall of Famer out of nowhere that's going to come be his assistant. So yeah, look, Meyer failed with
thank you.
Dotson. He's failed with Dotson. They couldn't get Jones right at right tackle. And look, he was only hired because he was willing to work with Canada. This was a Canada guy. So I just, it's not even close to, in my opinion, James Campen and Jari Evans.
Now listen, I'm taking James
Fired
Campen
for that
right line.
alone.
But the offensive line, the second half of this last season, did improve. They took Dylan Cook off mothballs
It took,
and turned him into a serviceable tackle.
I get what you're saying. It took
So-
5 years to
I
get
know.
them.
We killed.
it took-
we,
Well,
And
yeah.
it took the talent level as well. Like Zach Frazier is just extremely talented. And when
Yeah,
you have an
Dylan
extremely
Cook?
talented center, Dylan Cook, yeah. But I mean, this is his first year, so I guess. But
so
I still, dude, the Dotson one's unforgivable. Dotson's unforgivable.
yeah,
Sorry.
What about was it Dotson? Like, was it his fault because of Dotson though? We moved Dotson to the wrong side of the field.
yeah. They whose fault is that?
Dotson was really, really good, and then he's transitioned over.
Wait, you don't think that's Meyer's fault? Who do you think it was? You think that was Tomlin?
Meyer didn't choose to move him.
Then who did?
We brought in a guy who was an upgrade at right guard of what we thought. At that point, he was an upgrade at right guard, and we moved the young kid over to left.
What, Daniels? When we brought in Daniels?
Yeah,
Yes, when we brought in James Daniels, he was a true right guard, and we
Yeah,
put that
they
guy
moved
as the
Dotson.
upgrade, and they moved Dotson to the left, and Dotson never got that switch.
But why would
The
they
Rams
bring in
took
a
him right back.
replacement for Dotson? Why would you do that?
yeah. I don't know why they did that.
They just gave up on Dotson.
They thought he
did.
could, because they
They
thought
thought-
the same shit that they thought all along. You can just move these guys anywhere, and they're going to
Yeah.
be fine.
Well,
Yeah, the
I'm
same
just
thing they did to
saying,
Broderick.
if you
Yes.
gave up on Dotson, then that's on Meyer. That's on Meyer. That's the way I look at that.
Yeah, he probably should have
They
banged the
gave-
table and said, "You can't move this kid. He's good where he is.
Right.
Leave him
That I
there."
agree with.
Okay.
Now imagine if he
I
did say
remember
that, and
arguing
we don't
that
know.
point actually back then too. I said, why in the hell, when you have a good right guard, would you go out and get a right guard in free agency? Get the fucking left guard and leave the kid alone. And it turned out to be right. I mean,
Imagine if that's what
podcasting
happened, though. Imagine if Meyer did say, "Hey, why? He's going to be good," and they were like, "No, we want to get
There's so many people we'd like to talk to find out the real stories.
dude."
Yeah.
So,
and that's in his defense. If that's what happened,
this is another one though. Okay, so it wasn't his fault that they moved it. The team signed it. Wasn't his fault that he decided Dan Moore, the 4th round draft pick, could tell him, "I only play left tackle, coach. Fuck you." I mean, this guy was a disaster.
I agree with that too, Bob.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm not totally defending them, but you can kind of defend the because they signed James Daniels to a big contract. They're going to play James Daniels at his natural position. So that's on the Steelers for signing James Daniels with the intention of moving Dodson. That's not the offensive line coach.
That's I will say this. The biggest indictment on him, in my opinion, is Broderick Jones had bad technique coming out of Georgia.
Yeah.
And as of right now, he still has bad technique. Yeah. You cannot be an offensive line coach in the NFL. You get a 1st round, top 15 fucking pick. Yeah. And still 3 years later, that kid has bad technique. At least if he's struggling, make it be anything other than technique. That's the part that got me about him.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm not going to defend him too much.
Yeah, Frazier was ready-made coming out. Yeah. Mason McCormick played a lower level, but he was ready-made coming out. These kids had 4 years of playing, 3 years each at least of playing experience. And then you bring in Fautanu, he had 3 years of playing experience. Roger didn't. You didn't teach that kid technique. That is not coaching.
And in that Texans game, the quarterback was under duress almost the entire fucking time. Let's just be honest here.
Yeah, but so was everybody against Houston, right?
Well, I mean, I guess the Patriots seem to be okay.
Yeah, he turned the ball over 3 times, right? Fumbled.
He ran out of pressure a lot. He ran out of pressure a lot too.
Yeah, you could make the argument the Patriots did a better job. You could make that argument.
That's the way I look at it at least.
All right, tight end coaches: Alfredo Roberts versus Robert Kugler. We didn't even know Robert Kugler was the coach until the last couple of days, right?
Yeah, I'm going to give this as McCarthy's utter failure. This was an organizational failure. You know what Kugler's responsible for in this past season? Coaching Will Campbell.
Coaching who?
Coaching Will Campbell. He was a key member of the Patriot staff who helped develop Will Campbell. Did you not watch the fucking Super Bowl?
This is Kugler's first time ever being a position coach.
No, he was a tight end coach in college.
I meant pro level, Bob.
Yeah.
All right, so we're giving this one to Alfredo Robertson by default.
Yeah.
I mean, Steelers tight ends have been pretty good. He did Darnell Washington, right?
Yeah.
He did a good job with Muth in Washington. I thought those two have done well.
It was called Arthur Smith.
I like it.
Game management quarterbacks. Game management.
So Mike Tomlin, what is that? Tim Burbanich.
We do know that Tomlin did not have game management.
No, we know he did not have that.
He probably needed at least the extra 4 or 5 guys that McCarthy brought in just for this category.
Didn't they say he hired somebody for clock management or something at one point? Am I remember that wrong?
Yeah, wasn't the same kid who was a water boy who was fucking up there trying to tell him when to throw the red flag on the on the replays?
I'm just asking. I know this was one of Tomlin's real weaknesses was the game management stuff during the game. So, offensive assistants.
Yeah, that Signetti guy. Didn't he coach Indiana to a national championship? Oh, that was his brother.
Yeah,
different Signetti.
So this Signetti, Frank, is actually known for his work with Rodgers when he was younger and Eli Manning.
Okay. We'll give this one to McCarthy then.
When I looked it up, I was like, okay.
He was a pit assistant for a long time.
I was just going to say, I thought his biggest claim to fame was he's from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, in general,
did he work with Kenny Pickett?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's it. He wins. Anybody who can turn that into that fucking monster in college, and then he fell off when he got to Tomlin. Woo! I'm
Yeah,
just
I think he was the offensive coordinator. I can't remember, but I think so.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got next?
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm spent from the running backs fight. I don't know if I can do this
Nope.
one again.
Dig in, Dave. Dig in. We got more left.
I look.
Go ahead.
You ready?
don't-
I'll kick this start. I'll kickstart this one off. Arthur Smith is the better offensive coordinator.
Oh, I didn't think I was going to have any backers on this one.
Arthur
Whoa.
Smith.
Whoa. Okay.
Arthur Smith's
All right.
offense
Good.
was vastly held back by Mike Tomlin not allowing him to throw over the middle of the field. I think as you saw the season go on, these little shot plays. I mean, think about when we were pointing out different things like Calvin Austin being hidden behind Darnell Washington and coming between the tackle and the tight end to make that touchdown against the Jets. Like all of those plays, the crossing routes, they all disappeared as the season went on. Arthur Smith had it in the playbook. Tomlin kicked him right the fuck out. I think until Angelico or Angelicio or however Cora fucking pronounces
It's
that.
Angel Licio.
Okay, there you go.
Angelicio.
Until he proves that he's an actual offensive mind and not just a Kevin O'Connell disciple, I'm going with Arthur Smith. He's a proven commodity, even though his offenses haven't been like top tier.
You say
I
that
thought he's
like it's
called
a
some.
bad-
I thought he called some good games.
You say him being a KOC disciple is like a bad thing. That's exactly what the fuck we want.
Hey, I hope he
want the
turns out
guy
to be better than Arthur
from
Smith.
Disney.
He's
This
unproven.
guy literally has worked with McVay, Shanahan, KOC. Like, this is the guy you want.
Here's my problem with this.
We want in this building.
He's 53
Arthur
years
Smith-
old.
But
Go ahead,
Arthur
finish.
Smith was so bad, guys. The only team that wanted him was a college team that choked in the playoffs. Okay?
God damn it! Don't you fuck! I backed you with the WVU thing
I
earlier,
missed
Corum.
it, Corum. How did I
I'm
miss that?
fucking back. That's it.
God damn it! I missed that one, Corum. Good job. Well done, sir. Well done.
Did I pull you to my side, Dave? Did I pull you to my side with that?
No, I'm still taking out.
Arthur Smith's gonna get a ring before fucking Mike Tomlin does.
Here's my problem with
college.
Brian Angelicio. He's 53 years old. He's never been higher than a tight end coach.
Well,
That's his,
hold
that's
on.
his,
Hold
been his
on.
ceiling.
He's not 53 years old.
I just looked it up.
This is
Siri,
the
how
kid.
old is Brian Angelicio?
53 years old. He was born in 1972. According to Google.
Yes, use chat.
Well, I guess that's possible because he coached Dickerson in college.
Born in 72, December 27th.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 72. He's 53 years
Well,
old.
Siri failed me. They told me Brian Antares Angelucci was born. The fuck?
He is definitely.
He's been in the
53 years
NFL
old.
since 2012. He's never been higher than a tight ends coach.
He's
This
working
guy's
his way up.
just a guy.
Minnesota
just
did
a
not
guy.
want
He
to
is
lose
not
him. They
just a
tried to
guy.
talk him
He's
into
just a guy.
staying.
They like him as a tight ends coach. They wanted him there as the tight ends coach. I won't argue.
They
about
offered to bump him up.
it. Just
they
so he wouldn't
offered-
leave.
What?
Yeah.
To stay under
Just-
KOC's
but to
wing and
stay
KOC
basically
calls
as a
the
tight end
entire
coach.
offense?
Well, what do you say? Bump him up? Like, what do you mean, Bob? Bump him up to what?
I think that we're either
They were
going
going
to
to
go
throw that
passing game
mythical
coordinator
pass game
or
coordinator
OC.
at
He
him.
was already pass game coordinator.
Yeah,
Well, that's right, he was.
they were going to
That's right,
bump.
he was.
They were going to bump him up. Look, this doesn't matter because you're asking about the wrong guy. I mean, he is. I mean, he.
It's
he's
Mike
got
McCarthy's
talent.
offense.
He's
Is that what you're
what
gonna
he's
say?
wanted. It's Arthur Smith versus Mike McCarthy is what we're
Well,
talking about.
no,
here.
that's not what we're doing.
Nope.
though.
Nope.
No,
We're
it's
doing
Smith
offensive
versus
coordinator.
Angelici.
Okay.
I mean,
well,
he is
let's-
going to run.
and-
He is going to run Mike McCarthy's offense. You're right about that. That's
Well,
what's going to happen. Mike McCarthy's going to call the plays.
Let's
So,
talk about
again-
Arthur Smith. Let's talk about Arthur Smith.
So
So, since he became an offensive coordinator and head coach in 2019, he's had one top 10 offense. It was a top 5, to be fair, third in Tennessee in
Okay.
2020. He was 12th, 29th with the Falcons, 24th with the Falcons, 17th with the Falcons, 23rd with the Steelers, and 25th. He's never he's had one top 5 scoring offense, otherwise 10th, 26th, 15th, 26th, 16th, 15th. So he's an
It's the other-
average
it's-
offensive coordinator.
all right, but it's the Faulkner argument all over again. Angelicio's never done it.
Okay, so Arthur Smith's offense, with what he runs,
Don't do the
or the
KO.
guy who runs the Kevin O'Connell offense.
He had
I
about as
just-
much to do with the KOC offense as I did.
Guys,
coached the tight
Arthur
ends.
Smith runs a
Yes.
dinosaur offense.
The guy,
It's the Tomlin wet dream. You guys admitted that. And now we got a kid that comes from KOC, Shanahan, McVay, what we've
He's
been
not a kid.
clamoring for years. No, a guy. I'd say kid. I don't think I did.
You said
Okay,
kid.
did I say kid? Okay, sorry. Not kid, but we
You
got a
definitely
guy.
said
So I
kid.
meant, oh, did I? All right, sorry. A guy that has worked with all these younger up-and-coming coaches that are doing really good in the NFL. That's what the fuck I want. Now, is he going to even have a say in everything?
Probably not.
Maybe not. So, but I am thrilled to have a guy that has been working with those younger guys, as opposed Arthur Smith with his 14 personnel, and then he doesn't know how to use them, and then we're sitting there going, why do we only put up 6 points against Houston? Like, dude, it just it's a shit.
That's a lot to do with
offense.
personnel too. I mean, I'm not going to defend Arthur Smith totally, but the Steelers' personnel on offense was not good. I mean, we got to admit it.
let's be honest, he made it further in the playoffs in Tennessee than Minnesota's made it with Angelicio.
That's
Okay,
a great
let's
point.
so let's
He
let's
made it to
compare
the
this
divisional
too.
round. They didn't do that.
Let's compare this too. So the Patriots have May, which we would say is better than Rodgers, right?
Yep.
They have
Oh, yeah.
what? Diggs, who we want to argue is he better than DK Metcalf?
I don't think so.
Okay, then.
Based on
I
how
don't
they
think
were
so.
utilized.
Okay, so that's 1-1 so far. Is Henderson better than Jalen Warren?
I think if you take the whole running back room,
Not-
theirs is better. Henderson and the other guy. Well, I can't think of his name.
Henderson, Stevenson.
Stevenson was the lead back. Jay Henderson
So-
was the backup.
Comparing them to Jalen and Gainwell. So, like, they put up how many points? Was it 28? Or some of those were defensive points, but they put up 20-plus points against them, if I remember correctly. To
Or
our
just Houston.
6. To our 6. And
Yeah, but
we're
they
not
also
saying,
had-
and we're sitting here not saying that the Patriots had a much better player personnel, because they didn't. It's pretty even. And yet their guy
But the
figured out a
Kayshon-
way to put up
Kayshon-
20 points, and ours put up 6.
Kayshon Boutte versus MVS. I'm taking Kayshon Boutte. Kyle Williams versus Adam Thielen. I'm taking Kyle Williams. If you want to talk about Hunter Henry versus the way we utilize Pat Freiermuth, I'm taking Hunter Henry.
And the quarterback
I
is not even
take
close.
three guys on their offensive
Okay, and
staff.
I
that's way
asked
better
that.
than ours.
I'm asking.
And we talked
Okay,
about
so they
a
had the better
draw.
quarterback, but you can argue wide receiver. You can argue running backs, in my opinion. I think you can argue that too.
But why are we talking about the Patriots? Though? I don't get it.
Their offensive coordinator was good enough to put up 20-something points against them. Ours was not. And they wait too long to make changes to that offense in game. It's just there's so many things. They don't throw down the middle. Now you can argue that's Tomlin. I don't know. I'm not behind closed doors with what their decisions are. But there's
How about
things that
this?
Arthur Smith did not adjust to. Some of their wide receiver route trees were not good.
How about
That's-
this?
That's
Arthur
fucking Arthur Smith.
Arthur Smith beat KOC and Angelicio.
Okay. All right. But
That's
we
a good
brag
one.
Wow.
more.
I think
we
that had a
brag
little
more-
bit to do with
Wait a second.
who
Why
was
are you?
playing
You're
quarterback.
comparing offenses there, but it was Flores they beat. We talked
No.
about them beating Flores, not the.
No, the offense for the Steelers
Ryan
put up
Angeli-
more
why-
points than the offense for
You're
the Vikings.
talking about an offensive
Remind me
coordinator
who
beating
played
the-
quarterback for
the
Minnesota?
passing game coordinator?
Yeah, that was the problem. That was
So
the
we're
quarterback
not-
was the
yeah.
problem for
We're not
Minnesota.
considering a 43-year-old who averaged 4 yards of fucking depth per target a
Yeah, I mean you're
a
dealing
bad
with
quarterback.
Yeah,
that's a whole
compared to
nother
Carson
issue.
Wentz, who played against the Steelers.
yeah, dude. Like
Yeah, I think that
I
kind of
just-
cancels that out. Still, you can't ignore the fact that Angelicio's never been more than a tight end coach. This guy's.
I
I
get
know you
what you're
guys
saying,
want so
I
badly
get
for
what
this
you're
guy to be
saying,
good.
but Arthur Smith failed. He failed.
And he failed in Atlanta too. You got to
Thank
go
you.
all
I was
the way
actually
back
gonna
to
bring it up.
1 year in
He
Tennessee.
had Robinson,
He had a couple years in
Pitts,
Tennessee.
and London
No, he had
and
one.
Algier, and could not do anything with that group.
Yeah, but who was this quarterback?
At that time, I don't remember who was.
It
He
was,
started out with Matt Ryan.
You know why you don't? You know
he
why you
didn't.
don't
Matt Ryan?
remember?
Yes,
Because
Matt
he's
Ryan
not in
was
the
his
fucking
first quarterback.
league anymore.
Well, Matt Ryan,
Desmond
it
Ritter's
was
not
Matt
even on
Ridley,
an
yeah.
active roster.
Yeah, it was Desmond Ritter, and it was the other guy too. He had terrible quarterbacks.
Taylor Heineke, who got booted the fuck out of Washington, who didn't have a quarterback.
You can't tell me you figure out a way to get that fucking running back going, and that tight end. Seriously,
Yeah.
He should have done a better job in Atlanta. I'm not going to argue that. He should have done.
like,
a better
come
job.
on, like,
His quarterbacks were terrible though.
dude.
All right,
Just
let's go
fine.
on to the,
Arthur Smith was terrible.
All right. Oof, man. I think they're equal. Their results are equal. Their playoff results are equal.
They're not.
They're not
What do you
equal
mean
in
they're
the playoff results.
One Super Bowl each.
A 10-year losing streak.
Total records in the playoffs, though they're not.
So
even
in the
close
last,
to equal.
so
I mean,
in the
they're
last,
close,
No,
not that
McCarthy
close.
500 and Tomlin's a little under 500 in the playoffs?
A little under 500.
He's
What's his final record? I lost track.
I think he's
Tomlin.
5 games. Is he 5 games under 500?
I think it's 3.
So in the last,
Go ahead.
And most of his success came early.
in the last 10 years, McCarthy has 4 12-plus win seasons to Tomlin's 2.
All
And
right.
then in the last 10 years, he has more playoff wins, and Tomlin's not even close. Tomlin hasn't won one in 9.
How many playoff wins does he have? 3?
I
4.
believe.
What? 4?
3 or
4.
4.
I'm pretty sure it's 4.
But I'd rather have 4 than 0.
Yeah, true.
So now, since the playoff loss, Tomlin has a better overall record than McCarthy. But they're both winning records, just so we're clear.
It's a tie to me.
I can't.
Yeah,
go
McCarthy.
tie.
McCarthy definitely. I thought he had 4.
And don't forget,
Hang on.
when McCarthy's winning playoff games in Dallas, he's got a very good quarterback. Since Ben retired, Tomlin has had
3.
hot garbage. Now it might be because of his fault, because that's the ones he wanted. If you want to make that argument, I won't deny that. But you can't compare Dak Prescott to the hot garbage we've had the last 5 years.
Can we compare him to the peak Ben Roethlisberger in 2017?
I just saw something. So Tomlin's record since the Super Bowl loss is 138 and 84 and 2. His postseason record since then is 3-9.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
I'm trying to find McCarthy's.
McCarthy in the playoff. Wait,
He's 11-11 total. I just looked it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which isn't with Aaron Rodgers. That's not very impressive for the majority of that time.
well, yeah, the last 5 years
He's only-
was in Dallas.
Yeah, but how many losses does he have in Dallas? 2 playoff losses in Dallas.
Yeah, he's 1 for 3.
How did I?
1 and
3
3.
and 4.
He's got it since the Super Bowl. He's 2, 3, 5, 6, and 9.
6-9 with Aaron Rodgers and Dak Prescott. Not very.
3 and 11 with Ben Roethlisberger.
They're the same guy. I hate to break it to you guys. They're the same.
They're not
guy.
the same guy.
They're the same guy.
Okay.
Both underachieved in the playoffs. Maybe Tomlin a little bit more than him, but basically the same.
Mike McCarthy is always out there in front. He's responsible for the offense. He's had multiple top 5 offenses, league-leading offenses, top 10 offenses. Mike Tomlin is a fucking coward and hides behind the fact that, I'm not the DC, that guy is, but calls the defense. And how many top 5, top 10 defenses has Mike Tomlin had since the Super Bowl?
He must have had a couple. 19 must have been one.
So Mike McCarthy's record since the Super Bowl win is 130 and 92 and 2. And his playoff record since the Super Bowl win is 7 and 10. So it's 7 and 10 to Tomlin's 3 and 9. So
Both
little better playoff record, but not as good regular
season. They're both underachieving coaches.
So-
I'm sorry, they both are.
He
You
at
had
one
Aaron
point,
fucking
listen,
Rodgers.
not-
and you won
he at
one
one
Super
point
Bowl.
had 3 straight 12-win seasons with the Cowboys
How many years
and
in a row-
12 total playoff appearances.
How many years in a row did Mike McCarthy lose 3 games in a row?
I don't care.
Is
Honestly,
there a
I don't.
McCarthy game?
I don't care.
I honestly don't know.
listen,
Bob, to be honest with you.
None of
Yeah,
us
you don't
really
care
wanted
because all you want
McCarthy
to
in the
do is
building.
shit on McCarthy. That's all you want to do is shit on McCarthy.
Am I shitting on you? I'm telling you they're the same guy.
You want to shit on McCarthy. You have begged for something new for so long. Now there's something new. It ain't the new you wanted.
I'm sorry. I'm
but
not
it
drinking
is
Not really
Kool-Aid.
new.
I'm not
It's
drinking
not
the Kool-Aid,
new.
Bob. I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not.
It's new to
No, so
Pittsburgh.
you think fucking Mike Tomlin should still be here?
No.
Yeah,
I think
you do.
Fieldhouse or Schuler should be here.
No.
Period.
But wait. Let me put this in an analogy here. Buying Mike McCarthy as the head coach is like buying a fucking 2000 Chevy fucking Cavalier and
that's what
saying
I'm
it's new
saying.
to me. It's new to me. It's not new. It's
You
just
guys have
new to
you
Pittsburgh.
and Dave have talked
1980
yourselves into this.
Pinto.
So okay.
Yes,
so
but that's still not an upgrade when it's fucking 2026, Bob. Like,
so I didn't want McCarthy, but they've added 5 new positions, which makes me excited. Because here's the thing, guys, we don't have a fucking choice. Like, this is it.
well, not now. Yeah.
Well,
And
we
it-
don't have to
and
accept it and be happy with it, though.
I'm not going to say I'm happy with all of it, but I am going to say I'm happy they've added more positions. We've all been clamoring for them to have a bigger coaching staff, and they've added 5 more coaches.
How about
So
the
that
I
they
don't
have at
see that.
least they have at least made the effort there with me. Does that make sense? They at least
Yeah, I guess.
I guess there's at least an effort to add more coaching that I have always wanted, because I felt like they're so undisciplined in practice because there's not enough coaches there to be in charge of putting these guys in their place to focus on the task at hand. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what I've always been upset about, is every fucking year a player goes, we got to practice better. We got to be better focused at
Yeah,
practice.
Tomlin had his flaws for sure.
Like,
And I'm sure if you
that's-
go to Green Bay fans or Dallas fans, they'll point out the flaws that McCarthy had.
I feel like, I'll put it this way, I'm hoping that we're done with the we're best friends stuff, and now you're actually getting a coach. We're done with the you're my best friend and you're a player's coach and all that fucking bullshit, and now we're getting actual coaches that are going to coach you and are not worried about being your best friend.
And not to mention the fact that we have changed the emphasis of the team. Defense, $170 million with a guy playing a scheme that people go on and laugh about, that we know what they're going to do before they even fucking do it. And you know what his scheme was? Hey, I got really good players. They'll make plays. That was fucking Mike Tomlin's defense. This is a guy who runs a credible NFL top 10 offense for most of his career. And
He's had Aaron Rodgers for most of his career.
And he had Dak
The
Prescott.
Steelers were a lot better offense when Ben Roethlisberger was quarterback.
Oh yeah! Oh no! We don't blame Tomlin for fucking up Roethlisberger's career. We don't blame that.
How did he fuck up Roethlisberger's career?
Oh no! It wasn't his fault because he had bad quarterbacks. That's what you just said. McCarthy's had good quarterbacks. You think he might actually have had something to do with it, and being the offensive guy who runs that side of the ball?
I'm not saying he didn't have anything to do with it, but he had a top 5 all-time quarterback, and he made 1 Super Bowl. One Super Bowl with Aaron fucking Rodgers.
You guys talk about how Dan Marino is so great. How many Super Bowls did they go to with him?
How the hell did
A lot of people say he underachieved with Marino too. He did.
All right. Circling back to the Steelers, because I don't know how Dan Marino fits into the Steelers outside of we didn't draft him.
Yeah.
The only thing that I can put a spin on this thing, this is going to be a wash until proven otherwise, because Tomlin's time had been really good for a long time until his drought in the playoffs, right? Like
until the fall of Ben Roethlisberger, right? When you look back at it,
he was a really good coach. Can you say you overachieved? Sure. Can you also make the argument that it's his fucking fault that they had to overachieve? Sure. He had his hand in everything. Will this team start to move toward the offensive side of the ball, which we have desperately needed for a long time with McCarthy? Absolutely, because he's an offensive coach.
Yeah.
We've needed a change to the offensive side of the ball. So you can say that Mike McCarthy is even though he could be the right coach in the short term right now. Like, I didn't fucking want him to be here. None of us wanted him to be here. We all wanted the Shieldhouse, or we wanted the Shula, or we wanted somebody who was younger that was going to take this team into a fucking new direction and a new age. But we didn't get that. So if you're choosing between these two guys right here and right now, you need the goddamn offense, because the league is driven to offense at this point. Quit spending over half of the salary cap. Well, actually, it's what 65% of the fucking salary cap the
Yeah,
last
it's a
handful
lot.
of years on defense.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The best defenses in the league are paying nothing because they're drafting them all. You're paying all your money to the offense because that's what's driving the league. Mike McCarthy at least could have put us in that direction. And if we win with him, great. If we don't win with him, at least move the fucking money to the offensive side of the ball and start drafting young on the defense. That's the biggest thing for me.
So you guys agree we upgraded at the defensive coordinator position, correct?
Yeah.
And it's also reasonable to believe that we will do better on offense now that we have an offensive-minded coach, correct?
For sure. Yeah, we're going to attack the middle of the field.
So if we have technically upgraded on offense and defense, is it not reasonable to think we may do a little better?
You might do a little better. You might. Is that what we're looking for? Just a little better?
Well, it depends. Like, when I say a little better, do they go win 12 games and win a playoff game? Would you consider that better?
Yeah, if they win a playoff game, but is that the goal?
No, it's not. But in his first year coaching, if he gets them to start winning more games and they act like an actual now offense, like, that's pretty good. And if we actually win a couple playoff games, that's pretty good.
I don't think this team's winning a playoff game next year.
It's better than a 10-year drought. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
not with a 43-year-old
quarterback. You didn't think they were going to win. You didn't think they were going to win 8-9 games this year.
I picked them at 9 wins.
Predicted them to win at least 9 games.
I picked them at 9-8. They went what, 10-7?
Jesus, I think I had them at 11-6 originally.
Yeah, they won.
I had 10 or 11 wins too. I can't remember what I had.
I was off by one.
Bottom line is that you have got at this point to embrace the fact that we've moved to an offensive direction. We have a competent offensive coach, the best offensive coach we've had since Bruce Arians. And it's just a fact. You got a guy who knows how to run the offense. You're sitting there thinking they're going to roll Adam Thielen and Marquez Valdez-Scantling out there again. Mike McCarthy wouldn't do that in a million years. He's going to roll out competent offensive players and playmakers. That's what he's going to do.
And he's got Aaron freaking Rodgers throwing the ball again. It's going to be the same thing.
And
slightly better. Slightly better.
There are plays to be had in the scheme. And then, so what's your idea? Go with fucking Mason Rudolph?
No.
Yeah. So, I mean,
go with Will Howard and see what the hell happens with your season. I mean, like,
let's go.
Let's go with the 6th round draft pick. Let's go. Let's see if the hot dog vendor can throw the ball.
I'm just
look. The roster is not built to win right now. We're not going to win a Super Bowl with this roster. You have a lot of wholesale changes that need to happen before you get there.
But it's really
going to number one. It starts with the quarterback. A 43-year-old quarterback's not going to win you that.
This hire was done specifically to keep them where they are. That's all they care about. That's all the ownership cares about. He wants to be right where they are.
Brady
just good enough to keep all you guys with the hook in your mouth saying maybe next year, and we're not going to win any playoff games, and we're not going to be any better because it's the same fucking coach who's done the same things. He's not produced in the playoffs. He's just the offensive version. That's all he is.
He's
and if you guys think he's anything different, you're asking him to be something he's never been in his career. I don't get where this optimism is coming from.
When was the when was the last time that McCarthy was in the NFC Championship game?
I don't even know.
Yeah. And again, you're just brushing over the fact that Tomlin 7 years in a row lost 3 games in a row. And you know who saved him from that? Aaron fucking Rodgers saved him from being number 8.
I don't care about regular season games, Bob.
There is no other coach where they call it a Tomlin game. There's no McCarthy game. There's no Andy Reid game. There's no Bill Belichick game. There is no Shane Steichen game. There is a fucking Tomlin game. That is a fucking noun. That's not a description. That's a fucking noun, a Tomlin game. What does that mean? When you go out and play a team that you should beat and you shit the bed. That's not a great coach. Can I
want to move on for Tomlin and not be happy with Mike McCarthy? Because that's where I'm at. I'm not sitting here defending Mike Tomlin.
He wasn't.
I'm not.
Yeah, he wasn't anybody's first choice. But then you turn around and I wanted Shieldhouse. I wanted Shula. I'm sorry. Did those guys have fucking jobs? The only coordinator who got a job was Kubiak.
They turned down jobs, though, Bob.
They
Neither
neither one of them turned down a head coaching
You
job.
guys
Neither one.
want
Yes,
this
they
to be?
did. They
You want this to
openly
work
they
so
turned down.
bad.
both of them turned down the Cleveland job. They
I'm
went
really
through
sad
their name
over-
before it was even remotely close to being offered to them.
I'm really sad over
They-
Clint Kubiak. I've
they
wanted that
both-
guy in a
I did
Steelers
too.
building for 3 or 4 years now. That I am sad about.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they didn't even wait around to interview Clint Kubiak. That's
I know.
another thing.
I know it. Yeah,
They-
I know.
We talked about this when McCarthy was hired. Nobody else wanted McCarthy.
They could have reached out to
I-
Kubiak, and Kubiak said, "Hey, do you got the number 1 pick in the draft?" No. Well, fuck you. I'm going to the Raiders.
Come on.
Oh,
Like,
Jesus Christ. If we're seriously saying that he wanted to choose the Raiders over the Steelers, Bob, then we need to be fucking right down in the
Well,
fucking pit. Because we are really trash. We were
If
right there
you're
with Cleveland if he
coach-
chose the
Right,
goddamn
right.
Raiders.
right.
If you're an offensive coach, do you want the young first-round draft pick, clear number 1 overall?
He's
Or
the
do you
clear number
want-
1 in the shittiest quarterback class since Kenny fucking Pickett.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. He's not as good as your boy, Dante Moore. I said in September he was the fucking best quarterback in the draft, and you know what? He is. And if fucking Dante
He
Moore
would have
was
been in the
Mendoza
second
would
round
still be the number 1
last
pick.
year.
Mendoza
Like 2
would
years,
still be the
and
number
that
1
Drake.
pick.
So if he would have came out with Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels and
As a
Drake May,
freshman?
you think no, right now, if he was in the same fucking class this season with those class, would you have chosen him over any one of those 3 guys?
I only choose Jaden Daniels over him. I'd take him over the other 2.
No.
You're fucking high as fuck,
No.
dude. You're on some
No.
good shit, dude.
Yeah,
You're on some
He's
good
not better than
fucking
Drake May.
shit. That
He's
stuff
on that
is
good
laced.
shit, bro.
That stuff
He's
is
not better.
laced
In
with
college,
some pure
yes,
fucking
he-
Colombian shit right
he
now.
was
'cause
better
there's
than
no
Drake May in
way.
college. There is no question.
Well,
he
but
was
but
better
you're
than
talking
Drake May in
prospects
college.
versus. versus
Drake May had nobody from that team that went to the NFL. No
yeah,
one.
It's
Zero.
Right.
Zero. No
Yeah,
receivers,
and
no
no
tight ends, and no running backs.
Losing
this
his
last season.
program in college football history, went undefeated into
Oh,
the
the
national
same
championship
college
and put up
football team that
stats
went to the
and was the
playoff.
key fucking player the whole
same-
fucking time.
The same
Unlike
guy.
their 6th-round draft pick, Will Howard, who rode the coattails of superior fucking talent.
Okay, so we're talking about the same guy who went to the same team, who went to the playoffs the year before he fucking got there. It was the losingest franchise who got to the fucking playoff spot.
It's a fact, Trent. They're the losingest program in college football.
Okay,
history.
but they
Look it
made
up.
the
Yeah, but-
playoff the
but-
season before. He had nothing to fucking do with it. He was at Cal.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sorry, because they beat the shit out of Ohio State. You want to shit on what they had for the season.
Bob, come on.
No,
You-
you're moving the goalposts every fucking 2 seconds here.
It-
He
it-
did
it's
not play
moving
on the
goalposts.
shittiest.
You're just fucking sitting there saying, oh, you know what?
Bob, what's going on today?
Ohio State is so great. Indiana, they were
I
better.
didn't even
because
mention
they
Ohio
beat
State.
us.
You're mentioning
They
it.
weren't
You-
better. Ohio State was fucking overrated. They got
You
got
can't-
fucking whacked as soon as
You're
they played a
changing the
good team.
goalposts.
Why are you talking about why you're so emotionally attached to McCarthy that every time we try to talk
We're talking about Fernando fucking Mendoza, who I
But-
said 4 months
Yes,
ago.
and you're talking about Ohio State in the middle of it, dude. Like I'm sitting here talking about Mendoza did not change
Yeah,
Indiana.
because you're shitting on Mendoza because he beat your boys. That's why you're shitting
I'm
on
shitting
Mendoza.
Mendoza because Mendoza is Kirk Cousins with more mobility. That's all he
pretty
is.
good.
He's clutch.
That's pretty good.
He's a
That's pretty
decent
good.
top half of the league quarterback, not the number 1 overall pick. He does not have any elite traits like fucking guys like Caleb Williams, who came
All
out.
right, let's
before him.
Let's
I'm
save
not
this
saying-
for a draft pod. Let's wrap this up. We've been going long. It's an hour and a half now. Any last thoughts on Tomlin and
No.
McCarthy?
No.
Please, God,
gonna- We're gonna wrap this bad boy up. You guys in the chat, thanks a lot as always. Putting up with us arguing today. We're a little overboard. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll have the draft pod on Sunday. We're going to talk to linebackers and Daniel Jeremiah's top mock draft. Until next time, thanks for listening to Steel Sanctuary Podcast.
And just like that, I left everything. See ya!